Breaking news! A new word has emerged on the street. Ick. What is an ick, you may ask? A Brussels sprout? A piece of moldy bread? No.
It is a term used to express disgust, not for objects or food, for people.
The ick is an instant turn-off. Suddenly, and for no reason, the person who you've been completely smitten with will do something that totally repulses you. You feel cringy, grossed out, and it's hard to shake off. Completely shallow, completely inexplicable, and completely hilarious.
Well said. This new slang has transformed the dating world of people everywhere. Icks can be anything from chewing gum loudly, the way they laugh, to specific things like running with a backpack on, chasing a ping pong ball, or bouncing up and down at a concert. Now we're going to be turning over the time to our specialist expert on icks, Tiffany. Now to learn a little bit about the science behind icks, we have our resident specialist that is coming on our show, Tiffany.
Hey guys!
Thank you, Tiffany! Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. It's an honor to be here.
So we're just curious, what is the science behind ick? Why do we get them?
That's a great question. So why we have icks is because it's a defense mechanism. So Sanan Hayes, a neuropsychologist and director of the Comprehensive Consultation Psychological Service in New York, she said that icks can be triggered by trivial things such as the way a person tells stories or how often they burp. You may tell yourself you caught the ick as a way of protecting yourself from another failing relationship, commitment, or even intimacy. So a short answer to that is that people are trying to protect themselves by having icks.
And now we have an American student who attends Brigham Young University who has some questions about some icks. So come on the show, we have Hannah.
Hey guys.
Hi, it's nice
Hello.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me. So I just had a couple questions about icks.
Yeah.
I've been doing some research and I found a study done by Claire McCarthy for Irish Minor News, and she found that icks were generally the same for boys and girls, for men and women. And in this study, she also found that the top 5 most popular icks were being too arrogant, being rude to hospitality staff, dirty fingernails, a noisy eater, and crude jokes. So I was just wondering if you guys could help me figure out if this was the same at my school or if it was a little bit different.
Okay, we can help you out with that. We can definitely do that. Let's hit the streets!
Hi guys, I'm Sage, here at Brigham Young University, home of the Cougars. My news reporting friend sent me to answer Hannah's question and interview the Brigham Young students themselves to find out the icks between men and women here at BYU. Let's go! What is your biggest ick?
My biggest ick is when someone can't figure out where they want to eat, because it's like I'll eat anywhere, you know, and like I can come up with something, but it's the worst when there's no feedback. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's the worst.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
What is your biggest ick?
Well, one time when I was at prom, the guy I went with, we were like slow dancing to Perfect, and he like sang the words of the song to me as
Wow.
we were dancing. Yeah, it was really awkward.
Wow, very romantic.
Thank
huh?
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's our biggest icks, folks. Okay guys, what are your biggest icks?
My biggest ick is when he's mean to his mom or other
Oh.
women in his life.
Mean
That's
to the mom.
horrible. Red flag.
My biggest thing is probably when he wears like short socks. But like short socks, especially with slides. Like there was this one guy I went to college with last year, and he would wear short socks with slides. And every time I saw him, it hurt me. So,
That would hurt me too.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, what is your biggest ick?
I would say probably bragging about oneself for excessively long periods of time. They think it's impressive, but it usually just turns me off.
Good one. Thank you. What is your biggest ick?
My ex-girlfriend wouldn't wash her feet, and so it smelled really nasty. Like every time she took her shoes off and stuff. Becky.
That's a valid one.
Yeah.
And now we have Sage, straight from the streets back here to tell us what she found. Come on, Sage.
Hey, Sage.
Hey, welcome.
How was it out there?
Man, it was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Well, tell us about it.
Well, men and women at BYU campus definitely have a lot of different versatile icks. We found that they were super different in what they did and didn't like, for sure. And in conclusion, men and women, not just at BYU, but all over the world, their concept of icks are varied based on society and what's attractive to them through their culture, through how they've grown up, different things that they've learned throughout life. So our best advice that we can give in conclusion is just that we need to be mindful of where we are, who we're with, and what we're doing.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you so much.
And thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Breaking News all about
Icks.